Nipah virus outbreaks have been occurring primarily in Kerala, with 3 of the 4 outbreaks in 2018, 2021, and 2023 taking place in Kozhikode district. Fruit bats, which can transmit Nipah virus to humans, are not limited to Kozhikode, and studies have found evidence of the virus in various districts in Kerala. The reasons for the concentration of outbreaks in Kozhikode remain unclear, but it could be due to endemicity in bats or a result of Kerala's robust healthcare system that detects undiagnosed fever cases for potential Nipah infections. Other states may have undetected cases due to a lack of testing facilities and routine screening. Kerala's high index of suspicion and thorough investigations have contributed to early Nipah virus diagnosis in the state.
Google is on trial in the United States, facing allegations from the Department of Justice, DOJ, that it used illegal tactics to maintain a monopoly in online search. The charges, filed in 2020, accuse Google of unlawfully building a monopoly through arrangements with companies like Apple to be the default search engine on their devices. The trial could have implications for other major internet companies like Amazon and Meta, as it addresses antitrust issues. The case focuses on whether Google's default search position limits consumer options and creates an advantage through a feedback loop, while Google argues it offers better quality services.
At the G20 summit in New Delhi, a Memorandum of Understanding (MoU) was signed to establish the India-Middle East Europe Economic Corridor (IMEC), a significant infrastructure project. The IMEC will consist of railroad, ship-to-rail networks, and road transport routes connecting India, the Gulf, and Europe. It aims to increase efficiency, reduce costs, create jobs, and lower greenhouse gas emissions. The project may impact geopolitics, with the US looking to counter China's Belt and Road Initiative and potentially push for greater normalization of ties between Israel and Arab states. However, Chinese media has expressed doubts about the project's credibility and feasibility.
The Global Biofuels Alliance, GBA, was formed during the G20 summit in New Delhi, with India, the US, and Brazil as founding members. The alliance aims to promote the production and use of biofuels as an alternative to fossil fuels. They plan to focus on ethanol, which is derived from agricultural waste, used cooking oil, and processed animal residues. The GBA's formation comes as countries seek alternatives to fossil fuels due to disruptions in global crude oil supplies and a growing emphasis on decarbonizing the transport sector, where biofuels like ethanol could play a role.
The Global South, a term used to describe developing nations, is gaining importance in global governance. During the G20 summit in New Delhi, Prime Minister Narendra Modi emphasized the significance of the Global South's priorities in India's presidency. This trend is exemplified by Indonesia, India, Brazil, and South Africa consecutively hosting the G20 summit. The Global South also played a role in the creation of the Loss and Damage Fund at the COP27 climate conference in Egypt, addressing climate change while considering development priorities. Global organizations, including the G7 and BRICS, are reaching out to the Global South for participation in decision-making processes.
The Nipah virus outbreak in Kerala in 2018 marked a horrifying experience for the population, emphasizing the threat of emerging diseases in modern times. Nipah, a zoonotic disease, highlights the role of anthropogenic causes in driving pandemics. It originated from Malaysian village in 1998, with bats as potential reservoirs. Treatment is currently limited to supportive care, although some potential therapies are under evaluation. Kerala's response to the outbreak provided valuable lessons in public health emergency management. Human-to-human transmission is a concern, especially among healthcare workers. A comprehensive approach is needed, considering factors like agriculture expansion, habitat destruction, and climate change. The One Health approach, integrating human, animal, and environmental health, is being advocated to address such threats effectively.
Mohamed Muizzu, a former housing minister and current mayor of Mail, emerged as a credible challenger to Maldivian President Ibrahim Mohamed Solih in the presidential race. Muizzu secured 46.06% of the vote in the first round of elections, while Solih received 39.05%, leading to a runoff on 30th September. Muizzu, backed by the opposition, had limited time to campaign but already had political experience, having served as mayor and in previous cabinets. He aims to address housing concerns and has promised to double salaries for the police and army. The election reflects anti-incumbency sentiment and geopolitical dynamics in the region.